What's up, YouTube? Long time no see. Back at you with another topic of drama, another topic of conversation that a lot of streamers aren't covering because they're too afraid to cover it. There is an uncomfortable truth in the world on sponsored segments on Twitch, and maybe to a little bit of extent on YouTube. The amount of viewbotting that goes live on Twitch, and not even talking about just like the everyday viewbotting, right? We're not talking about the regular viewbotting that most people do. If I had to guess, there's more people viewbotting on Twitch than there isn't nowadays in 2025, but one of the most egregious examples of this is when companies sponsor specific situations that are happening and specific events that are happening on people's streams. One thing that recently came to light was the Progressive Next show. So whoever is really sort of unfamiliar with it, Next is a new program by Progressive the insurance company, that basically took over the defunct OTK Next Top Streamer, right? As I'm sure you guys are aware, the OTK Next Top Streamer ended a few months back. Now Next seems to be the new sort of title for their show that just happened over the past few days on a couple other streamers' channels. And of course, there's some drama that's coming through it, so let's get right into the drama. Long story short, for those who aren't super duper aware, Next was one of their shows, and it was hosted by a few people over on Twitch. Specifically, it was hosted by lolShinya, Kwan, Sushi Dragon, Botez Live, and Maya. So, you may be thinking to yourself, that's an odd assortment of streamers, because it is an odd assortment of streamers. And what ended up happening from this situation? Well, we don't have exact numbers, but we do have the Twitch tracker links. So apparently, over the Progressive sponsor, between all of the channels combined, they had a combined total of 120,000 viewers. And again, they were sharing their chats, they were sharing the viewers. So this is across every single channel that was in it, which is going to be, again, those five: Maya, Botez, Sushi, Caroline, lolShinya. So 120K between five people. Let's do the math on that, shall we? What is 120 divided by 5? That means each channel had roughly 24,000 viewers, okay? So 24,000 viewers on each stream watching a sponsor, watching a basically Next Top Streamer sort deal. Little sus, right? That seems like a lot of people. That would fill a couple baseball stadiums pretty regularly. And as you can see down here, there's basically an entire Reddit thread sort of talking about it. The original Reddit thread, so on Livestream Fail, the original thread had about, I think it was like 3,000 to 4,000 upvotes, and for some reason the Livestream Fail mods took it down. Very interesting. Livestream Fail mods and taking things down. Who would have saw that coming? So that's another topic of discussion that we'll save for another point. But yeah, the most upvoted Reddit thread was removed by the Livestream Fail mods because they were talking about the viewbotting and stuff, and they did it because they think it was harassment, right? Yeah, sure. Harassment, sure it is. So anyway, we can, we obviously see people calling it out, but we can go down here and we can see an exact screenshot of what exactly the views were looking like. So they had 137K at one point between the 5 channels. 137,000 viewers between 5 channels on Maya, Sushi Dragon, Caroline, Botez, and lolShinya. These sorts of numbers are absolutely bullshit. There is no way 137,000 people across 5 channels are watching some stupid fucking show they've never heard of. And again, guys, just to make sure that we're all clear, this show Next is an entirely new IP or entirely new, sort of show by Progressive. So you're going to sit here and tell me that 137,000 people across 5 channels are watching this new show? And you may be thinking to yourself, these are all very big popular streamers, right? Basically everyone on Twitch knows who these people are. Okay, let's go through their Twitch stats and let's look at it. Let's put everything under a microscope, right? Let's see if these numbers make sense. Okay, so generally speaking, lolShinya is probably the highest viewers of these, right? He does a lot of cool skits. He does a lot of interesting topics of conversation. So let's see. So he usually gets 20K, 5K, 14K, 10K, 3K. Really, if he's hosting like a Lover host or like any like big like game show, he gets some pretty good viewership. Oh, and then all of a sudden he starts doing this Next sponsor by Progressive, right? He starts getting 32,000, 28,000. Well, 9,000 because he's doing Lover host. 45,000. 47,000. So you're going to sit here and tell me that his number is either doubled, tripled, quadrupled over a sponsored show? Caroline Kwan. Let's see what she usually gets. She usually gets about 2K. She got 10. Oh, this was next was that was progressive. Ooh, 10K. Another 9K. Ooh, so she usually gets about 2 to 4K regularly, right? 2 to 4,000 viewers regularly. So you're gonna sit here and tell me during the next presented by Progressive sponsorship, she's getting 10K. She's getting that was an ad. That one was probably botted as well. She's getting 40K. She's getting 40K across 2 days. So let me tell you how you know your sign is cheap. All right, let's look at Sushi Dragon. Maybe those numbers make sense. Maybe Austin Show and Caroline Kwan. We all know those are bigger streamers. We all know they're very popular, right? Maybe that's an outlier. Let's take a look at Sushi Dragon. No bad things to say about Sushi Dragon. I think he's one of the most interesting people in the space. I like what he does with a lot of his tech. So let's see what happened with him. Let's see what's going on with Sushi Dragon. I think this is a more accurate representation of the type of viewership that it should be getting. Oh, he's 700, 300, 100 viewers. Oh, 2.2 out of the blue. Okay, whatever. 900 viewers, 200 viewers, 900. Oh, 3.1. Oh, okay, he went back down to 300. This was an ad as well. So, you can see here that when he's usually not streaming, or when he's usually not doing sponsors, he's getting 5K, 3, that was not next. So, his viewership almost went up by 5 to 10 times when he's doing the Progressive sponsor. We're starting to notice a trend here of how artificially these numbers are going up. And you know what the fucking funniest part of it to me is? You know what the absolute funniest part? How the fuck are you going to get 4,700 average viewers and lose 10 followers during your stream? How? How are you going to have 44,000 average and lose 200 followers? Those numbers are fucking stinky. Those are some pretty stinky numbers, aren't they? Wow, those are stinky. Those are some stinky numbers. That's interesting. How are you gonna have that many viewers and lose followers? That's very stinky. Let's look at Botez. Botez usually gets anywhere from 5, 8K, 12K here. Maybe there's an event going on. But going up to 32K and 30K during the sponsor, when she usually gets about 5 to 10K, little stinky. Little stinky there. Let's look at Maya. Another person who usually gets about 5 to 10K. Going up to 20K? Going up to 20K during the sponsor. Interesting. So, all of this happened, right? The mods deleted the LSF thread. They were too afraid because they probably got contacted by someone in OTK. Because you know what? They love people in OTK. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. I don't have any proof of this, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. All right, you ready? You ready for this one? Are you ready for this one? I'm not going to name names, but people in OTK have the LSF thread, LSF mods in their pocket. Yep. All of the big players in the game, legitimately, they can go to any of these mods and say, I don't like this thread. You need to take care of it. And we've seen this time and time again. We've seen the leaked screenshots. We've seen the leaked DMs. The LSF thread mods, the LSF subreddit mods are being paid off by these bigger streamers to basically do whatever the hell they want. So that's why LSF is such a bad... LSF should be like the Times Square, right? You should be able to go there and see exactly what's going on with all the big and popular streamers. Because it's like an open forum, right? If something is good, it gets upvoted. If something is bad, it gets downvoted. And if it's something bad against the big streamers, they go over to the mods and say, hey, can you remove this? I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. That's an uncomfortable truth that a lot of people don't realize. And that's why I particularly like this new guy that popped up in the space a few weeks ago. His name is Yeet. And Yeet isn't no bullshitter. Yeet will come through, he says it how it is, he covers every single drama, and the best part about it is, he remains 100% impartial, and he simply says what is said. He posted what is said. He doesn't leave it up to ambiguity. He links exactly what is being said, and there's nothing in between. That's why I like this guy so much, and I think this guy is going to be the new LSF. Either his Discord, he's either going to make a new Reddit, but anyway, I go off on a tangent here. So apparently within the last 20 minutes, Caroline made an announcement that she and Will Neff will no longer be streaming the Progressive-sponsored Next show on their channels due to viewbotting issues. Interesting. And she says here, so due to the fact that my channel today was viewbotted, I will no longer be streaming the Next show on my channel. If you want to watch it tomorrow, you can watch it on any other streams besides Will, because he is also not streaming it. Interesting. Interesting stuff that she comes right out and says, hey, I'm no longer doing this because I'm getting viewbotted. So, when these big names are involved, people like Progressive, right? Progressive is a very big company, and I probably, you know what? I'm sorry, Progressive. You guys probably won't ever sponsor me in the future anymore after I talk about this. Damn, real sad. W's in the chat for me for throwing out a potential sponsorship opportunity with Progressive by calling out this shitty behavior. Anyway, don't go after these individual channels, right? I think going after these individuals is stupid because these aren't the people doing the viewbotting. Progressive is. Progressive says, we spent X amount of dollars. We spent X amount of dollars on this campaign. We are going to get our fucking money's worth. And so they artificially increase these numbers, aka viewbotting, to make to make it seem like it's more popular than it is. Because if you see a channel with 50,000 viewers when they normally only get 5,000, you're probably going to click on it. You're going to go, why the hell is everyone watching this? Let me click on it too. So they need to get their money back out of the money that they put into it. And let me tell you, the amount of money that they put into these campaigns and these sponsors, you guys would shit your pants if you knew how much money these companies like Progressive paid these companies or paid these people to put on their show. You guys would be sick to your fucking stomach if you knew the amount of money that was being thrown around by these big companies. You think these individual sponsors are a lot of money? You think people like Tectone and people like MTash doing one night in the Mr. Beast forest to cover their game? You think that's good money? Oh, the insurance money? The insurance money is crazy. How many nights in the Mr. Beast forest? Without putting an exact number on it, these big contracts, and again, I don't know exactly how much the specific individuals are getting paid, but these big contracts are anywhere from 300 to 600 nights in the Mr. Beast forest. And again, that's not going to any one person specifically. That's basically how much the contracts are worth. So big money, big money. But yeah, I mean, and Techie went ahead and commented on this. He knew I was going to be covering this, it looks like. Sponsors who don't get how Twitch works will bot streamers because they think more views equals better stream. No, they don't get the okay with the streamers before they do this. Going after Caroline for Will, this is just stupid. Hold the right people accountable. He is 100% right here. As I'm covering this video, I'm not trying to throw these streamers under the bus. I'm not trying to create any bad blood. This is 100% the company doing it. And the fact of the matter is, Twitch is obtusely aware of it. There is no way Twitch isn't aware that these companies will viewbot their streams when they're doing these sponsor segments. So you would think that, why would Twitch be okay with this? Why would Twitch be okay with these big companies coming into their platform, viewbotting the hell out of their sponsors? Oh, right, duh, because it makes them more money. Ding, 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 we've all come to it. And that's why the viewbotting problem has gotten so bad on Twitch, because let's be real, guys. Ultimately, at the end of the day, when someone viewbots their channel, when a sponsor viewbots channels for their sponsor segments, Twitch really does not lose any money. They're not real viewers. They're not really putting any stress in the servers. If anything, all it does is make them more money. So that's why the viewbotting epidemic has gotten so bad, why it's went on for so long, is because Twitch is making money hand over fist on this fucking situation. That's why people Not going to throw out any names. That's why all those big streamers out there that you see with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views, most of them are probably real. But when you take into effect that probably 20-30% of active viewers on Twitch on any stream at any given time are bots or are not real, it really starts to put it into perspective. But yeah, so the view routing problem on Twitch is way worse than you think it is. Progressive, do better. I'm not surprised that that an insurance company is going to use some scummy tactics to get a little bit more viewers. But yeah, I just wanted to shine some light on that. I think it's some interesting situations. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And as always, like, comment, subscribe if you liked the video. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.